Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha and I make videos on intentional living. And today I want to share with you a list of everyday items that I only own one of. So several years ago, I began a minimalism journey and I decluttered a lot of my possessions. And I realized that I didn't really like having a lot of things. I like living with just enough to keep me satisfied. It makes sure that I get the most out of my items and that I'm using everything that I own. Now I know a lot of people might have multiples of the items that I'm going to list, and this video is no judgment against people who might do, but this is just a fun video for people who are looking to declutter and it might offer you some inspiration. So the first thing I only own one of is a phone case. I have this phone case here and I love this phone case because it also acts as a wallet, so I have all my cards here. I used to own multiple phone cases back in the day. I used to plan like, oh, I'm going to change it with my outfits, like as if. That never ever happened. It was a complete waste of money. Not that phone cases are that expensive, but it was clutter. So I decluttered all those phone cases and I just have this one phone case with me all the time. I go for the same style and I will replace it every year or every couple of years whenever it gets a bit too battered and bruised. And normally my husband will give one to me as part of his Christmas presents to me. The next item I only own one of are these pair of trainers. These are my trusty Puma trainers that my husband got me. These are several years old now. I think they might be like at least 3 years old. I love them. I wear them all the time. I practically live in them. I wear them to go into the shops, to meet my friends, to work out in. They're super versatile, although a quick disclaimer, I don't think they're the best to work out in, and in the future I might replace these with a better pair of trainers more suitable for working out, but for now I'm just making do. The next thing I only own one of is skincare items. I'm going to include both face care and body care in this. So my face care is this Nivea cream and my body care is this Nivea lotion, and I really like both of these products. They're obviously not the most luxurious or exciting, but they both do the job. I've always had a fairly simple skincare regime because, to be honest with you, things like toner, cleanser, serum, oil, all of that stuff confused me. And in my teens and 20s, I used to break out and I found 3 things that really stopped my spots. First thing is getting older. That was probably the main thing. The second thing was I stopped using lots of different types of makeup and different skincare products on my skin. I just calmed everything down and I started using tried and tested products. And the third thing is I stopped applying makeup with makeup brushes. Instead, I just use my fingers. I found with the best will in the world, I could never get all the makeup residue off my makeup brushes. And so they were always a little bit dirty. Whereas with your fingers, obviously you can wash your hands before you apply makeup and you can wash your hands really thoroughly, get them clean quite effectively. So ever since I started doing that, I found that my spots really reduced down and I've been too scared to mess with anything from then on. I should mention, I do apply my eyeshadow with makeup brushes, but that's it. The next thing I only own one of is makeup, and that comes to categories of makeup other than lipstick. I recently did a video of my entire collection of all my makeup on this channel and I'll link that video in the description below and also in the cards above. There you'll see I own only one foundation, one concealer, one primer, etc, etc. I do own 3 lipsticks, but they're all 3 different colors. I own a bright pink one from Illamasqua, a reddish brown one from Dior, which I wear all the time, and the third one is a vibrant red from MAC. The next thing I only own one of is my backpack. Or rather, this is pretty much my one and only bag. I love this bag. I've had it for several years now. My husband bought it for me as a Christmas gift. To be honest, most of my nice things are from my husband. He is really good at noticing when I need something. He knows that I'm not a big shopper, so he'll always get me something that he feels that I need. So this was, I think, a Christmas present and I love it so, so much. Nomo is known for its design aesthetic and its really good quality construction. I love wearing this backpack. It instantly lifts my mood. Even if I'm looking super scruffy, if I put this backpack on, I just think I miss it. I'll show you the inside. So this back pocket is lined, well, all of it's lined in this really lovely red fabric, and this is padded so you can put your computer straight in. It's obviously better if you have a sleeve for your computer, but I just put it straight in because I don't have a sleeve. I should get one at some point. This backpack is my everyday bag for everything. It's my work bag, it's my nappy bag, it's my travel bag. Obviously it can't be an evening bag, so if I do go to an event, I just don't take a bag. Anything I need I put into my coat pockets. Speaking of coats, that's the next thing that I only own one of. I have one Marks and Spencer black coat. I love black coats because they're super versatile. I did have more jackets and coats before, but I had a baby and I gained a lot of weight, so I can't fit into any of those items currently. I'm working on losing the weight, but for now I only have that one black coat. I've noticed that if you reduce down your choices to just the essentials, it does make life that much easier and you can make do. So the next thing I only own one of is a credit card. I've had a credit card for years now. I'm not one of those people who is scared of using credit cards. I've always been fairly sensible with money. I think it's really a product of my background. My parents are Asian and that community is known for being very sensible and very frugal, and my parents are no exception. So when it comes to my credit card, I put everything on my credit card across the month, or a lot on my credit card across the month. I normally rack up about £500 to £1,000 on it, and then when I get paid I clear the entire balance, so I'm not paying any interest on it. As a result of that, I've actually got a really good credit score. I can spend up to £10,000 on my credit card with no bother. Obviously I've never ever done that, but that's just an indication to show you how you can really build up your credit score and how you can build up trust with the bank that you're with. I don't see a need for having more than one credit card for myself personally. I think my finances would get confused. At the moment I'm spending a lot. It's a very expensive season in my life and I don't want to confuse things by having a credit card here, a credit card there. I actually do budget videos on this channel. I have a series of budget videos, and I wanted to say thank you to all the lovely comments on my previous budget video that I just published last week. Some of the mums that watch my channel are so nice. They're so supportive and so reassuring. I'm a new mum obviously, and it's been a very challenging time as I get to grips with all the new things being a new mum throws at you, and the comments have been so reassuring and I've really loved them. So just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who commented on my last video. The next thing I only own one of is a bath towel. Now to be honest with you, I think I would have found this pretty inconvenient if I didn't also have a towel robe. So as soon as I shower I get into the towel robe, which dries me pretty instantly, and then I use the bath towel for just my hair. My hair is naturally curly, and with that hair type you're not supposed to aggressively towel dry, so I only use my bath towel for, I don't know, like a minute or so, and then I just put it aside. So that means that because I'm using it for such a brief moment of time, I'm able to go for long periods without washing it, so I always have a clean bath towel whenever I hit the shower. The next thing I only own one of are my exercise pants. So these are my exercise pants. They're from Marks and Spencer and I really love them. I really like Marks and Spencer stuff. Their things are good quality, comfortable and fashionable enough. So I wear these pants all across the week because I try and work out most weekdays and I give myself a rest on the weekends. To be honest, I have to give myself a rest because there's just not enough time to work out on the weekends because we always go out and we always do stuff. But I do wash these on the weekends and they're super, you know, workout pants are super hard wearing, so I don't really need more than one. The next thing I own one of is a pair of jeans. To be honest, this is kind of arguable that I even own these pair of jeans because these were my previous pair of jeans before I put on weight and before I could fit into them. They're still in my closet and I hope to fit back into them, but at a time I only keep one pair of jeans because really I don't think you need more. I love wearing jeans, but I've noticed that when I get over a certain weight, I'm not comfortable in the material. I feel quite constricted. So at the moment, I prefer wearing leggings, but I do have these pair of jeans, which hopefully I can fit into sometime in the future. I'm not really obsessed over my weight, but it's something that I'm working on. So I don't want to give anybody who's watching this video the wrong impression. It's important to me, but it's not the be all and end all. And even if I fit into these jeans in 2 years' time, that's completely fine by me. So the next thing I only own one of is a formal dress. Last year we were invited to several weddings and milestone birthdays, and I really found myself thinking that I had nothing to wear. So I looked on the Michael Kors website and they had a sale on, and there was this one particular dress that I really liked, and so I purchased that. I think it retailed full price for close to £200, but I got it for £70, and I've worn it so many times already, so it was a really good investment for me. The next thing I only own one of is a hairbrush. My hairbrush is a detangling wet brush and I absolutely love it. It cost me about £8, and back in the day before I started my minimalism journey, I would have thought that that was far too expensive because you can pick one up at a fraction of the cost at both Primark and Boots. But after my minimalism journey, I actually stopped buying so much that I had a little bit of extra money. So whenever I did buy something, I wanted to invest in quality and something that I would really enjoy using. And this approach I really adopted from another YouTuber here called Hannah Louise Poston. She spends so much time researching most of the products that she invites into her life that I really found that approach fascinating. She even had a video where she was talking about what brand of toothpaste she was going to use, and she spent ages thinking about it and talking about it and telling us her decision-making process. And I thought, you know what, let me try that for myself. Obviously, I don't research to that kind of extent, but whenever I do buy something, I will Google, I will take some time to think about what would be the best fit for my life. And because of that, I have now this amazing hairbrush that doesn't pull out any of my hair, that detangles my hair super easily, and I absolutely love it. The next thing I only own one of is a suitcase. I have a little red carry-on that I love. It's traveled all over the world with me. When I travel, I like to pack light because it's just so much more convenient, and I pack items that are versatile so I can get the most use out of them. When I do go to Bangladesh, which I plan to later this year, I need to have a bigger suitcase because we'll be staying for longer and I want to take back some gifts, but I plan to borrow a suitcase from a family member rather than buying a larger suitcase. The next thing I only own one of is a pair of headphones, these Sony headphones to be exact. I actually used to own a pair of really fancy wireless Bluetooth headphones that Andrew got me. They were noise cancelling and they were just amazing, but they were pretty inconvenient. I hated having to charge them. They always needed to be paired up with my devices because they'd lose the connection for some reason, and also because they were noise cancelling, I couldn't hear Jessamine cry when she was much younger, and it made me super paranoid. So I replaced those headphones and now I just have these. I think they cost less than £20. Now I have these headphones and they do me just fine. And the last thing I only own one of is this pen. Now this is a super nondescript pen, and when I run out, I'm going to ask my sister or my husband to give me another one from their stash. I used to have lots of pens, but I would accumulate them faster than I could go through them, and then they used to dry out and they would clutter up my room. And I just did a big declutter one day and I gave them all back to my office. And so when I do run out, I just now go to my sister or my husband, as I said, or anybody that's around really. Most people do tend to carry a pen, so I just take this. And that is it. That's the last item on my list of everyday items I only own one of. As always guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found it somewhat inspirational for those of you looking to live with less. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all next week. Bye!